When it comes to the camera tech, Sony's Xperia XZ3 might not be much of an upgrade over the older XZ2, although it's still one of the best smartphone snappers of 2018, although it does have very tough competition in Huawei's P20 Pro. When it comes to camera hardware, the P20 Pro seems to be seriously compensating for something here. That 40 megapixel f1.8 primary shooter isn't just supported by a secondary 20 megapixel f1.6 monochrome lens, you also get a third 8 megapixel zoom lens with OIS built in to get a crisp detailed shot of your subject even if they're actively trying to avoid you. In comparison, Sony's camera tech seems rather boring. On the back of the XZ3 you'll just find a single 19 megapixel lens with an f2.0 aperture and Sony's Exmor RS sensor, and that's your whack. Of course, it's not just a case of how many lenses you're packing, it's how you use them that really counts. That's why I've decided to compare Sony's Xperia XZ3 camera tech with the Huawei P20 Pro to see how they stack up. And for more on the XZ3, P20 Pro and all the latest and greatest smartphone tech, don't forget to poke that subscribe button and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. In decent daylight conditions, there's not a massive gulf between these two. The Xperia XZ3 photos often look a little bit brighter than their P20 Pro counterparts, although in both cases you do get incredible detail packed into every square inch. Beam the results from either of these smartphones to a TV or projector and your photos will stay pleasingly crisp. Colours are given a subtle boost by the Xperia XZ3 to really help those vibrant scenes to stand out. If you're snapping vivid plant life or some other colourful subject, you can expect a result that's very pleasing to the eye without any artificial looking gloss. In the case of the P20 Pro, this phone is very much Jekyll and Hyde. With standard colours mode activated, each scene is accurately represented without any kind of tampering. However, switch to the vivid colours mode and suddenly those richer hues explode off the screen right into your face. When you're shooting something that's naturally vibrant, the result is often the visual equivalent of scoffing a litre of sherbet and washing it all down with a gallon of Coke. However, if you're capturing a more natural scene, we really love the unique portrait-esque finish here. The P20 Pro can make even quite boring or typical scenes look absolutely stunning. And the vivid colours mode actually seems to help out with strong HDR scenes too, boasting greater detail in those darker areas without oversaturating the light of it. Of course, where the P20 Pro really excels is any zoom shots. That 5x hybrid focus can get you up close to anything, revealing an impressive amount of detail. The XZ3 can't quite compete at distance, although Sony's smart camera software can fill in some of those finer details despite the lack of optical zoom, so the results actually aren't too grainy. On the flip side, the XZ3 seems to perform better for extreme macro shots. With close-up subjects, the lens snaps onto whatever you're shooting quickly and cleanly for a crisp result. The P20 Pro occasionally falters a bit here with slightly blurred results. And Sony's excellent predictive capture feature also really helps you out when you're trying to shoot kids or the like, as it can take several snaps in quick succession with an impressive degree of intelligence before asking you which one you prefer. This allows you to remove any blurry results and save the rest. The P20 Pro doesn't offer any kind of smart auto capture beyond the usual smile shutter mode, although you can at least make use of a basic burst shot feature. And by the way, both of those options are also available on the Xperia XZ3. When things get a bit dim, the P20 Pro is still just about the king of the smartphone snappers. Sony's Xperia XZ3 performs well, serving up photos with respectable detail levels and quite accurate colours too. However, impressive as that is, Huawei's handset just about takes slightly sharper snaps whether you make use of that nifty night mode or not. Of course, the fact that the Sony Xperia XZ3 only offers a single rear lens means that you don't get a portrait mode, although for some reason you do on the selfie camera. This means you can only shoot proper portrait shots with the Huawei P20 Pro, with really gorgeous, crisp, pleasing results and a nice bit of blurry bokeh. Definitely good for those family snaps. When it comes to video though, Sony is back on top. Both the XZ3 and the P20 Pro can shoot 4K resolution video, but the Xperia is the only phone here to offer HDR smarts. Image stabilization is less janky at that Ultra HD level, so you can move around and keep shooting without making yourself feel sick. While the P20 Pro captures sharp and good looking footage at 4K resolution, you'll definitely have to keep as still as possible, because things do get rather juddery if you're walking about the place. And if super slow motion is your bag, then the XZ3 is again the champ. The P20 Pro delivers decent results with its 960 FPS capture, although at the rather blocky 720p resolution. In the case of the Xperia XZ3, that super slow motion video is shot at full HD, glory, so it looks a lot better on a bigger screen. And that right there in a nutshell is how the Huawei P20 Pro and the Sony Xperia XZ3 stack up. As you can see, both of them have their own positives and negatives. Which one are you more tempted by? Definitely let us know in the comments below what you think. If you completely disagree with everything I've just said, that's cool. Other opinions are available. And don't forget, for more on the latest and greatest mobile tech, to give that subscribe button a lovely old poke. Thanks everyone, love you, bye!